What's goody? I'm Queen G22. You are in the Lioness Den, Ninja Turtles gaming, geek stuff, and travel. Hello. Baxter Stockman is black. I didn't know what else to put on my thumbnail, so I was like, you know what? Let's roll with that. Honestly, I couldn't think of anything else. There's so many things that I could have said, but I mean, he's black, right? I mean, I couldn't put like Baxter Stockman, that's my or my Baxter, or I mean, so he's black. And no, we're not gonna go through a whole discussion about race swapping, but I will say this, as I've said many, many times, I grew up on the 87 cartoons. So Baxter Stockman was always brainiac little white dude to me. I did not know until much later that Baxter Stockman was originally designed in the original comics. I think he appeared in the second comic as a black man, which was surprising just because I didn't know that. But do I care? No. Do I care that they made him white in the cartoons? No, I don't care at all. It's just something that I learned. And I don't usually get a lot of outside characters unless I feel attached to them. And quite honestly, I don't like Baxter. He's a villain, he's a dick, he's an ass, and he's selfish. This Baxter Stockman for sure. But I just kind of felt like, you know, I'll support him, right? I'll support his ass. So I got Baxter Stockman, and yeah, I just think it's kind of cool that NECA put this together. But if I am gonna make one little interesting comment about the whole thingy, making him a white guy in the cartoons, I did read somewhere where somebody said, what if Baxter Stockman was black in the cartoons? The way that Shredder digs off in Baxter's ass, it might not have been a good look. Not to say it only looks good for white people. I'm just saying Baxter Stockman is really like kind of submissive, and he just, I mean, Shredder just gives it to him. He calls him an imbecile, an idiot. He calls him all types of stuff. Did they make Baxter Stockman a white guy because they just thought people would be better okay with it? It's possible. I don't know. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're going to open up Baxter Stockman and see what type of figure this is. I'm excited. So let's start with the front. Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And down below it says Baxter Stockman. We've got a picture of Baxter Stockman straight out of the comics with color. And NECA up top, Nickelodeon, shout out to both of them. And then on the back, we've got some more pictures of Baxter Stockman, some poses that NECA put together. I mean, come on, it's NECA, right? So it's gonna be a dope figure. We already know that. And we can tell he looks straight like out of the comic books, which is awesome, which was why a lot of us were like, we need to have this whole entire line of Eastman and Laird's. Me, I don't need the whole entire line. I'm not getting the whole entire line. But Baxter, I was like, sure, why not? And then on the side, we've got Baxter holding one of his famous mousers, which we know he's famous for his invention of the mousers. And it depends on what storyline you're reading. Some of the mousers, you know, they're not very good at what they do, and some mousers are pretty horrendous. They get shit done. They chomp and destroy a lot of stuff. And then on the other side, we've got Baxter Stockman and a picture of another mouser. This guy came out a while ago. He's just been sitting here. I haven't had time to unbox him. So we're gonna unbox him today. Take off this tape up top the way that NECA always does. They want to make sure that your item does not come damaged at all. I would love for you guys to tell me in the comments your thoughts of Baxter Stockman as a villain, not as a black man or as a white man. What do you think of him as a villain? Slide this on out. On the inside, we've got a picture of a building. Oh my, I haven't read the comics in a while, okay? So my gut is telling me that this is not just some ordinary building. Just tell me in the comics, which building is this? Is it Baxter's? All right, now we have removed Baxter. Now let's take care of these rubber bands and free my guy. All right, that is the last rubber band. Now let's remove Baxter Stockman. He reminds me of not like a Barbie doll and not like a G.I. Joe. I don't know, like his size, he's too skinny to remind me of He-Man toys, but he's got cute little hands. Look at his little hands, oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know, what does he remind me of? He reminds me of some toy line that I used to play with back in the day as a child. But anyways, let's look at his face. I love his face, right? NECA does not miss with the details on making sure that this guy looks like he's straight out of Eastman and Laird's comics. He's got his cute little glasses on. He's got his mustache. He's got that weird ass smirk, so you know that Baxter's just thinking about doing some dumb shit. I love his hair. You know, his whole little mini afro. It works for him. It's not really a go-to look, but it works for Baxter. Yeah, he looks good. His little face, his little sweater, like he's a little corny little smart dude with his little popped collar. I mean, his collar's not popped, but his collar outside of his sweater, like he looks like, you know, I wouldn't invite him to the cookout, right? But I wouldn't introduce him to my parents. My parents would be like, really? This the dude you trying to? But anyways, I mean, he looks good, right? His little tight little pants on. He's a good looking figure. Same articulation, so his hands are swappable, so they move in all kinds of directions. His head moves left and right, and wow, he's got really good articulation on his neck. So I don't know why he has so much neck movement. I don't know, maybe because he's black and he talks a lot with his head, like some of us do. Some of us, I'm black, so it's okay, I can say that. He's got the articulation on his little ankles so he can move his foot around. More articulation on his right foot versus his left foot for you toy photographers and toy posers as far as moving. All the way to like turning around on his back. His little, you know, I think these are corduroy. Are these corduroy pants? I feel like they might be corduroy. But he's got his little pockets in the back. Yeah, he's a good looking figure. His socks, you can see his little white socks underneath, so his socks are pulled all the way up, probably under his pants. Yeah, he's a nerd. I wouldn't holler. I'm not feeling this look, but he's definitely giving geek vibes right here. So let's see what else we got. Top left, we have a computer. So this is cool, right? And this is appropriate for Baxter Stockman. He's always working on something to destroy something so that he can gain power. And then down below it, we have an actual mouser. Now this is cool. The mouser's legs move back and forth, and their feet tilt as well. So I'll definitely be posing this mouser with Baxter Stockman. It's just a good looking mouser. Not incredibly detailed, but you get the idea. Oh, and his little mouth opens too. Nice, that is a nice touch. Okay, this is a legit mouser. So this is cool that it comes with that. Then on the right, we have a head swap. So let's see. So we have a head swap next to Baxter Stockman. Now look at this face. So this face, he looks like he's talking shit and he's angry. Between the two, I'll probably keep the more subtle face on him. I like him like thinking of the next thing versus him running his mouth. But you have the options. So he can look angry, probably sick of Shredder, telling him what to do. Well, this is Eastman and Laird. This is a comic, so he was dealing with other stuff. That was, the earlier comment was referring to the cartoons, which this Baxter Stockman is not from. Then below his head, we have this little box looking thing. And like I said, I haven't read the comics in a while. I'm still working on the IDW comics. So somebody please in the comments, tell me what the hell this is. I did notice on the box that he's holding it and looking at it. So I'm sure this is something in regards to one of his experiments. It's probably something very important. I don't know, maybe it controls the mousers, but you guys will tell me. So go ahead and put that in comments and let me know. But you have this below it. And then we've got a swap of hands. We've got a pointer hand, which I like. Baxter Stockman telling people what to do or don't talk to me that way. Then we've kind of got like an open gripped hand so you can pose that little box thing that I was showing. And then below we've got two, grip hands so you can put something in his hands. He doesn't really have anything to put in his hands. I mean, maybe a mouse or leg, I don't know, but this is an option. So that's neat. So we've got 4 swappable hands, we've got a head swap, we've got a computer, we've got a mouser, and we've got something else that I don't really know what it is, but somebody will tell me. So why don't we take a better look at Black Baxter Stockman. figure, right? NECA did a fantastic job. He looks great. He's easily able to move a little bit. He's a little stiff. He just got to work his ass out.
That's what she said.
Michael, please. Please.
But I think this is a great figure. I'm happy to add him to the collection. Let me know what you guys think about this Baxter Stockman done by NECA. I'm Queen G22.